guys, welcome back to the Cake Lady podcast. So today I was supposed to have 3 interviews, but I had a lot going on. So I had to cancel one and then the other one had to reschedule. But today I'm sitting down with Tetrasteede. They're from Indiana. They are, heavy metal, of course. I'm not sure how I would describe their genre, really. It gives me Metallica vibes. So, tune in Tuesday for Band of the Week. Tune in Thursday for Song of the Week. My microphone should be here at any point. I'm waiting. And I've had a long day. I'm trying to remember everything I wanted to say. I am gonna attempt to either maybe start a playlist with like my top 10 songs of the week and like update it every week, or a Twitch stream or something, or like a live radio. I'm figuring out how to set that up, so when that happens, I will let you guys know, and you guys can follow along. Friendly reminder to follow me on YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. I don't have Twitter. I'm not a Twitter person, so if you guys could go do that, that would be great. Build my following. Share. Let people know I'm here. I have a packed month with interviews, so definitely tune in. I think I have like 8 more bands this month. So I'm more than likely just going to stagger that instead of like posting multiple times a week. But yeah, so today I'm here with Tetrasteede. They're going to be here in a few minutes. So I will see you guys when they come on. And stay tuned to the end for one of their songs.
All right.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
We're here.
I'm here too.
Oh.
Trying to make sure Steven's set too.
Oh yeah, no kidding.
No.
You good to go?
Well, hello. It's nice to see you guys again.
Absolutely.
Nice to see you.
Yeah.
Nice to see you.
Yeah. So do you guys want to like go by and introduce yourselves and what you play in the band?
Sure. My name is Steven. I am the drummer.
Hi, I'm Dylan, and I play rhythm and lead guitar.
I'm Jerry, and I do lead vocals.
I am Anthony, and I do lead guitar and songwriting.
And vocals.
And backup vocals, yep.
I'm Rowan, I play bass.
Woohoo. I'm Michelle, I'm not in the band.
Yeah.
I've seen you guys once. I know that. I was gonna ask, do you guys have any like upcoming shows?
At the moment, we have only one confirmed show, and that is in September at a local festival kind of thing called the Powwow, and that is in Palmyra, Indiana. So,
Fancy.
yeah, it's not too bad. We've played it once before back in 2019, and it was fun.
What did you say that is? September?
September, yeah. So at the moment, we don't have really anything else on the docket. We're trying to get schedules to align properly, adulting and all that stuff.
Yeah, so far it's been all stuff with, people on vacation, people already busy with other things. Like it's been ridiculous.
Job changes, and there's been a lot of that stuff going on.
There are 4 children on the opposite side of this monitor.
Yeah.
Well, and I feel like I've been 99% of the problem as far as scheduling conflicts go.
Yeah. No, it's just busy with life.
Oh yeah. I'm like a new adult and I hate how busy life is.
It only gets worse.
Yeah.
Okay, so could you give me the backstory and how you guys formed or came to be?
Well, so I've known him and I were him and I got together, and he's a way better guitarist than I am drummer, and so him and I kind of really didn't meld too well together for a long time. But back in around, what was it, 2015, 2016?
Right around there, yeah.
We actually like sat down with each other. We had a couple of friends from high school that we had kind of join us, and it really never panned out. One went to college, one got more into his career, and super awesome for both of them. But Anthony and I still kept working with each other. We eventually picked up a guy named Kyle. Kyle then brought well, before that, I brought on a vocalist that did not work out. Jerry brought on
What just happened?
Yeah.
Dang.
Well, no, I joined in 17.
Like the end
So
of
it'd be-
16.
it would be
Oh, with him, yeah,
Yeah.
17.
So
me,
as
it's
a whole unit.
17, me 2018.
Mhm, yeah.
And then, yeah.
Right.
So since 2018, we've been this unit. Jerry stepped away at the end of 2019 for a moment. We regrouped with him last summer. So we've had Jerry back with us for almost a year
Woohoo!
now.
So I've seen on Spotify. I predominantly use Spotify. You only have 2 songs out on
Yes.
Spotify. So is there like a reason for that?
Life. So we have been trying with every bit of free time that we can muster to record and things of the sort, but everything we're doing is in-house, and so it's kind of difficult. And obviously from the 2 songs on Spotify, they're not studio quality, but they're all right. I think they sound pretty okay, but that's from a personal standpoint, of course.
Yeah.
But we're working on stuff at the moment. There's talks of a live album because we had somebody send us some of our live recordings from one of our shows here this year, and we all got together. We took a listen to it, kind of cut it up, edited it a little bit, and yeah, that's looking to be likely our next step, and to give more people who don't go to our shows a chance to hear us and hear what it sounds like live, considering we're having such a hard time just recording in general at the moment.
Yeah, that's awesome actually. Like thinking outside the box.
And honestly, it's working with what we can.
Just making it work.
I personally think that the live versions that we have recorded of the songs we have on Spotify actually sound better on the live recordings.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, I don't know what it is about us, but like, I don't know, seeing us live
We're
is
a
a
live
completely,
band.
yeah, it's a live band. I mean, studio doesn't do it justice.
We have a lot more energy and a lot more like presence live. It just feels a lot more big than it does recorded. I don't know why. I don't know if it's how we record or what, but
Yeah.
just the way we play live, it just sounds so much bigger and better.
Yeah, and it's also like the energy you bring too.
Exactly.
Sure.
Yeah. So could you give me the background on Grand New Dawn? Like what inspired the lyrics behind the song?
That was all you, wasn't it?
Trying to remember the lyrics.
I did one line.
I think the majority of those lyrics all stem from the Bible, which a lot of ours do, simply because a lot of our lyrics stem from like post-apocalyptic type.
Like Revelation based.
Yeah, Revelation, but lots of Book of Revelation going on in our songs. So that's mostly where it came from, and kind of just you know, as it says throughout.
Kind of the abridged version of what Grand New Dawn is I mean, there's a lot of evil and wickedness that's happening, and there's a new world at the end of it. And that's the Grand New Dawn.
And you can choose to either
You could die with the world.
die with the world, or end up in the new one. So that's I mean, it's whether you believe or not, it's just essentially a story told.
So it's like a religious apocalypse.
Uh, yeah, sure. We'll go
Super.
with that.
Yeah, and I think you could take it religious or not either way. I think the way the lyrics play out, it doesn't necessarily have to be a religious thing if that's not your thing. You know what I mean? I think it appeals to both camps, if that makes sense.
I leave most of my stuff pretty open to interpretation, so that everybody can have ideas. And if they think it sounds like something, or they think it means something else, I'll say, absolutely, that's exactly what I wrote it about.
Kind of like the meaning changes depending on the listener, you know,
Yep.
like
Yeah.
what it means to them.
Those are always the best lyrics. The ones that you can just like put your own spin on.
That's what I've always thought.
Yeah. What would you say in your music, like what bands or, you know, any singer really, would be your biggest influence in your music?
Start with Steven, work the way down.
So yeah, do you want individual influences, or do you want like the band as a whole?
I would want, I mean, if you guys could do both, that'd be great.
Well, I mean, I think I speak for the band when I say that, like, as a whole, we definitely have a lot of like old school thrash vibes and influence. A lot of Black Sabbath influences, things of that sort. Metallica.
One kind of like I think we agree on that, but like my type of plan was there's a lot of good new metal, but people won't get into it because of how people scream and all that, which we've branched into more than we normally used to. But I kind of like to bridge the gap between old school metal and newer metal to kind of, you know, bring people into the, you know, just to bridge the gap, you know.
Yeah. Because I mean, like individually, like there's a really wide range of, you know, like influences. Like a lot of, you know, Anthony and I's influences are, you know, Black Sabbath is where a lot of our stuff is based. Versus Steven is more like, you know, 2000s metalcore, stuff like that. You know,
I'm
pop punk, whatever.
huge fan of like
Britney Spears.
Slipknot and Avenged Sevenfold Before the Stage, and I grew up on the Beatles, a little bit of Van Halen, a little bit of AC/DC. So like as far as like personal influences, I would absolutely say like those fit in there, as well as just general top 40 stuff. I'm a big fan of like the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC and things like that. Like I just 90s top 40 and the alternative scene mixed with discovering metal as a teenager and young adult, and the metal that I discovered being, like I said, Slipknot and Metallica and just old school metal mixed with a little bit of new school.
Then you got Dylan.
Yeah. I like a little bit of everything. So same with everybody, or same with Steven here. But I like a little bit of death metal. So I don't know. I grew up, my first band that I ever really liked that was a rock band was Kiss. And which is weird. And
Great death metal band.
Yeah,
Super death metal.
But yeah, my favorite death metal band is probably Suffocation
Yeah.
or Revocation.
One of the occasions.
Yeah, one
The
occasion.
names all look the same.
And I like Megadeth a lot. More than Metallica.
What you got?
Metallica. Metallica's top of the list as far as I love metal, and they are one of the best at it, so they're at the top. Vocally,
you know
what?
they've done it forever and
Yeah.
still together.
God,
so-
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I thought you were talking smack.
Yeah.
Vocally, Ronnie James Dio, top of the list. I guess I have to say Phil Anselmo from Pantera at this point, because everybody keeps telling me that's who I sound like, and I listen to a lot of Pantera, so I guess it's the thing. Rob Halford, Judas Priest. But as far as what I listen to, like on a regular basis, anywhere from the 1940s to now. As long as it sounds good, I'll listen to it.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I feel about things too. Huge Black Sabbath fan. They've inspired basically everything that I've written. But then from there, I would go to bands like Overkill, a little more thrashy stuff, and then newer stuff like Lorna Shore and typical stuff like that. And I've been real into Electric Callboy and that more electronic stuff and Rammstein along those lines as well. But I mean, it's just a weird mix of things and a lot of Euro bands as well, like the like Nightwish and some of the gothy type, goth metal bands and stuff like that. So
right. I was gonna say a lot of my influences are kind of similar to Anthony's, with a lot of older stuff like Black Sabbath, things like that. But then, like again, like Electric Callboy, like we kind of all started listening to them for the most part now. I listen to a lot of EDM stuff. And power metal is like one of my favorite genres of all time. So that's where a lot of my stuff comes in. Just really fast, obnoxious, whatever. like
Rowan introduced me to 3 Inches of Blood again. And that is now one of my favorite bands of all time. And I also unfortunately had to find out as soon as I learned about them that they had split up in like what 2010 or something
like that. It's been a minute because I didn't find them until well after they had broken up. But yeah, because they've got a very they're basically Canadian.
They're Canadian?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, they're legit just Canadian. Rob Halford and his bands, like
nice.
Canadian Priest.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
So would you say having such broad ranges in taste of music, would you say that helps or hurts the process of writing your songs?
To me, I think it helps. I mean, writing has never been an issue. I mean, we come up with stuff so fast, and it's just a matter of deciding how we want it to go. Basically, there's so much, and I just hope I don't forget it all. But one thing it does, and it's something that I've noticed live, is it seems like every song we play is completely different from the previous song. A lot of times when you're seeing a band, it all kind of melts together. It all kind of sounds like, you're like, okay,
I've heard this song 4 times now.
Yeah.
These guys are definitely metalcore.
And it sounds braggy, but I mean that's something I kind of pride myself on too, is that each song is unique in its own way. So,
well, and one thing that we've kind of halfway taken on is our official, quote unquote, unofficial, whatever, however you want to take it, slogan is make metal great again. We just play metal, whatever sounds good, we just play it and make it work.
Yeah.
It's we've got a Viking sounding song, kind of along the lines of Amon Amarth. We've got
thrash,
power metal. We've got a very bayou bluesy metal song that is 99.9% wrote. It's all over the place.
A lot of doomy sounding stuff too as well. We've been into the doom metal stuff for a good bit now too. So
yeah,
and that's the first album.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing is talking about just writing wise or whatever, having so much knowledge from different styles from everybody's point of view is there's different aspects that work in here and there. There might be, Anthony and I playing something really doomy, but Dylan's playing something a little bit faster, shreddy, versus Steven's working some sort of,
just standard 4/4 beat.
Yeah, basically.
Boots and cap.
But I mean, yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's all he's good for. But but no, I mean, that's the thing is just on the amount of random stuff that we've got wrote or half wrote or 99% wrote or whatever, we've easily got 2 or 3 hours worth of material that we just haven't finished yet. It's stupid.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like that shows true passion because you've got so many ideas towards a project.
Sure.
Yeah. What would you say? What would be you guys' opinions? Have you ever heard of animal-led bands like Deathbeat, Catera? What are your thoughts on those types of bands?
That's the first I've ever heard of it.
Say, animal-led,
yeah, there's Catera, there's Deathbeat, there's a dog-led band. I forget their name, but yeah.
I remember the dog-led one. I've seen the dog-led one, and it's
wild. Goblin. I was like Necrogoblicon.
Yeah, right. That's what I was thinking.
They're pretty good.
They are.
They're somewhere near here sometimes.
I've heard some of the stuff. I don't know that I'm on board with it yet, but it's definitely interesting. You know, it takes skill to make it happen.
So I'm gonna go and listen to this after this because I have no idea what's going on.
Dude, I'm gonna have to give it I think the most I've ever heard or branched out away from like standard and being like sub parody bands would be like Max Sabbath.
Oh yeah.
Well, like,
Yeah,
what
that's
if
a new
Weird
one.
Al Yankovic made a death metal parody?
Oh my
I
god,
would love it.
that would be amazing. I mean,
He would probably do it good. And
it would probably be
He
way
would do
too
it good.
It would make
Yeah.
me
Dude,
mad.
But it's not too good.
It'd be upsetting.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to ask this. Where did the name Tetrasteede come from?
Everyone looks at Jerry.
Everyone
I'm not
looks
gonna
at
look at it.
Jerry.
Well, it depends on which Jerry you talk to, I think.
Again, it's very vague, and there's really no serious meaning behind it. But like we talked about earlier, my favorite band is Metallica. My favorite,
Your favorite finish is the Tetra.
I would say, still to this day, my favorite song by them is "The Four Horsemen."
Right. I knew it.
Yeah. So Tetra, what is it? Well, I always forget. Is it a Greek?
It's 4.
Greek. Yeah, it's Greek.
Yeah.
Greek for four, Greek prefix for four, and then steed, horse, four horse. That's all it is.
And an extra E at the end for flair.
Sorry, you said flare.
So basically, Quatrasteede and Tetrasteede would be the same name.
Absolutely, yeah.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah.
I've never thought of
Add it to the show.
What
Yeah.
about Quattrapony?
Quattrapony.
I'd probably buy a Quatrasteede shirt.
We
Quattrapony,
would accept
Quattrapony.
both names.
I remember
Yeah,
we
I'm good
called
with
it
that.
quad.
That's actually a huge running joke we have, though, is just there's so many like mispronunciations or misspellings of our name. Like, it's amazing how many times we've been introduced as like, well, next to the stage is Texas Heat. You know, like
Yeah. Nobody knows how to say it.
Apparently, they can't put words together either.
Exactly.
No,
Exactly.
fairly standard word structure, I feel like, but people just can't do it. We've got a whole like T-shirt that we sell as merch that's just all the misspellings of the name that we've like had over the years, you know.
Oh,
and some
I think
we
I've
made up
seen that.
ourselves, but yeah.
Okay, I think I have one more question. So if you guys were to open for a show or, headline a show, whichever one you'd like, who would you want, any like living band possible, who would you want to be in the show?
Electric Cowboy, done. Moving on.
Electric Callboy would be pretty cool.
I think that'd be pretty cool. Honestly, I just want to be a part of one of the larger festivals. Like I think we meld with anybody, just about anybody. I mean, we've played with the Native Howl, who is thrash grass. We've played with Dropout Kings, who is a brand of new metal. Our first national act show was with Tetrarch, who is, obviously new metal.
Blaze Bailey, old school stuff.
Bailey, old school Maiden. Like we just played with Outline and Color, and they
And they're
obviously metaphor. We meld with so many different genres, so long as it's of metal as a whole. So like I would love personally for us to just be on a stage in front of as many people as possible at like a festival somewhere like Louder Than Life,
Yeah.
or
Sonic Temple.
Sonic
Yeah.
Temple.
Michigan Metal Fest would be like pretty cool
Oh
to
yeah,
see you guys
Michigan
at.
Metal Fest. Yep, absolutely.
Any Danny Wimmer show, honestly.
Yeah, really. He puts on some good stuff. Yeah, I was in their Twitch thing last night trying to get us on their stream, but I was getting over spammed. I could not get enough in there.
I don't like that form of voting like at all.
No, I was getting real mad real fast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I think it'd just be easier to put like a list of people on like Instagram or something and just, comments. Then you
Right.
can like go back and be like, okay, what did they say?
Yeah. Plus, like, I'm old. I don't understand Twitch. So, like, I kept, like, whenever I would try to spam our name or whatever, it kept, like, blocking me and telling me, like, you can't comment for another however many minutes or whatever. And, like, I'm seeing all these other people just doing it, like, every few seconds. I'm like, maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't understand Twitch.
Pay
I'm
for
old.
that feature.
Probably.
And
Yeah.
that's probably what it is.
It's so
I'm an
stupid.
old man, so I didn't even make an attempt.
I forgot about it. I told him I was going to try to stay on it, but I was trimming trees and stuff. So
I was
being living life.
I was busy doing digging a hole.
Oh,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we're in a middle band.
Yep.
yeah.
Hardcore.
That's the best. I like your little guitar setup. I keep like looking at them.
It's not little.
It
Oh,
is-
there's more somewhere.
I think
That's
this
not
is
even all of them.
It's like
One
zoomed
third,
out, so they're
a third.
tiny to me. They're like the size
Sure.
of my thumb.
it's maybe 1/3 of them, I think.
Oh, that's a lot of guitars.
Yeah, there's too many. There's 2 more down the hallway, and then there's I think 20 more in the basement. So
Jeez.
it's not okay.
Not including like Dylan and I stuff and
Yeah,
Jared's
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
Yeah,
we
that's
got
all Anthony's.
we've got
this is just Anthony's.
it's
You
ridiculous.
need like
we got,
an orchestra of just like guitar
oh yeah.
players.
I think we have 6 drum sets as well.
Well, let's see. There's the stage kit. There's the practice kit. There's the electronic kit.
2 electronic kits, and there's one at Frank's.
I thought you sold that to him.
Nope.
No.
And then there's the little kid kit.
Little kid kit.
Yeah.
My personal Ludwig
Yeah.
kit.
You have 2 of them.
I have 2 Ludwig
Yeah.
kits.
We have enough. It's ridiculous.
I have a kid.
You do
Yeah.
too? Okay.
One for
Yeah, so-
everybody.
Oh, it's ridiculous. There's too much stuff.
We're gonna become Stomp V2.
Okay, I think that was all the questions I had. Woohoo! I did it all. Okay.
Well, good deal.
Yeah, thank you guys for being on this. I mean,
Yeah.
I know I'm not like a big podcaster, but it makes me happy
Hey,
that people can still come on.
We're happy
Yeah.
to do something with you. It's our
Yeah.
first time doing it, and
We're not a big band. So
yeah,
Yeah.
Help
And-
you, help me.
anytime you
Yeah.
want to meet, we can do it. Okay.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
And then I will catch you at some point at a show to give you a cake.
Oh, absolutely. That
Yeah.
sounds fantastic.
That's what you guys have to agree on a flavor. Like, what would be your dream cake? Not really dream, but like, what flavor?
What flavor would Tetrasteede be? Other than horse.
Yeah.
Shit. No.
Yeah.
No. I don't know. I'm a fan of like lemon.
Lemon?
Lemon or vanilla?
I mean, you can't go wrong with vanilla.
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 Oh,
I
yeah.
guess we could
Are you
both
serious?
give them Vanilla.
Are you
Very
serious?
Yeah.
You like vanilla?
We're a vanilla band.
You just got
Yeah.
outvoted real hard.
You're a
That's
chocolate
not
guy.
cool.
I'm at anything but vanilla. No,
Um,
vanilla's
Chocolate
good.
instead.
No, vanilla's good.
I don't eat cake anyways.
I'll bring you
vanilla's
a
good.
carrot. There we go.
That works.
Hey, it's perfect. We're happy with whatever. So
Awesome. All right.
you don't
Well,
get a
thank you
body
guys
like mine
again.
by being picky. So
Real quick before you hop
Thank
off,
you.
do you want? How soon will this be available? And how soon do you want us to post on socials that we were part of the Cake Lady podcast and just advertising in general?
I'm probably gonna post it tomorrow because I had another interview, but I had to cancel for like medical reasons.
sure.
So yeah, I'm probably gonna edit tonight and then post tomorrow.
Awesome. Well, as soon as you do send it our way, send it to me or the band's chat. We'll post it and
Yeah.
give all sorts of credit. No, thank you for having us. We appreciate this. We've only done something like this once before, and it was over Local Overload, which is a local radio station.
I think I
there's a
follow
couple-
them.
Yeah, they're super cool. The people that run it, Angela, Harold, and Anthony, like they're all very good people. You've probably seen them at a show.
They're at every local show. I don't know how, but they're at every local show.
They really are.
They've been.
They were at
like
the
10
Doyle show last night.
Really?
Mhm.
I saw that.
I'm not in
They're
Indiana,
everywhere.
but I mean, I do drive that way a lot. So
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
They leave the state too.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
they're, like, when I say they're at every show, it doesn't matter where. They're at every show simultaneously. It's weird. No.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
I've seen them then. I
Yeah,
go to a
I'm
lot
sure
of
you have.
shows. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure you've run into them at least once.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
you guys
yep.
have a good night. If you're practicing, have a good practice.
Yeah. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
And like we said, anytime, let us know. Okay.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Of course.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So much again for tuning in to today's episode. I'm sorry I forgot to film the outro in my car, so I'm quiet because I'm on an overnight shift right now. Thank you guys again so much. You can follow me on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Got an Instagram. and YouTube, Spotify, wherever you're listening. That was Tetrasteede on today's episode, and this is their song Brand New Dawn. And tune in next week where I have a couple more guests joining me. I'm either gonna post them both or I'm just gonna stagger them to like different Saturdays. All right, this is Tetrasteed's song, Brand New Dawn. It is a song we talked about in the episode. So, thank you guys.